Hi everyone, Ryan here with Fight Game Analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming fight between Angela Hill and Michelle Waterson. If you've been enjoying the content, please go ahead and click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. Alright, so this weekend we've got the upcoming fight between Angela Hill and Michelle Waterson. Now when this one first got announced, it was just a co-main event. The main event was supposed to be Glover Teixeira versus Thiago Santos. But just recently, Glover Teixeira tested positive for COVID. Wish him well, by the way. But that fight got bumped, and this one got moved up to the main event. So I was already excited to see it. I'm a really big fan of both women. So getting moved up to the main event just made it that much better. Both of these women have a tremendous motivation to come out with the win on this one. They really need it. So it should end up being a really good fight. So Michelle Waterson, when you look at her, she's got a really interesting style for MMA. She comes from a traditional martial arts background, and you can really see it in the way that she fights, right? She's got a karate style, particularly when she's fighting southpaw. She's almost in that sideways stance, but you can see it show up in a lot of different ways. So when she's out there fighting her fight, she'll switch between both stances, but one of the things that's key is she's really good with that front leg. She shoots off kicks from it, has almost no telegraph on it. You can't tell when it's coming, where it's going. Is it going to be to the body? Is she going to come up high with it? Is it just going to be a side kick right to the thigh or the knee? Is she going to push it to the face? I mean, she's so agile with it. She's so smooth. It really throws her opponents off and allows her to do a lot. And then once she gets that front leg going, she's moving. She's throwing feints. She draws her opponent in, and then she loves to counter. She's got a great hook that she throws. She's got a good right hand that she can shoot when she's countering. When she gets everything moving and she's using that front leg really well and then setting them up to come forward, her style is tough to deal with. You know, on top of that, you look at that fight that she just had with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She showed a lot of good technique when it comes to the takedown. Now, I'll admit she didn't actually get a lot of takedowns against Joanna. I don't even know what she got, if she got one. But she showed good technique. Okay, like her entries, the way she set things up, it was solid. You can tell that she knows how to wrestle. It just so happens that Joanna has better wrestling takedown defense than Michelle Waterson has actual offensive takedown skills. On top of that, she's the smaller girl in a lot of fights, so that made it kind of tough. But she still showed that she actually trains it well and she's got good technique, which doesn't surprise me. She trains over there with Jackson Wink. You know, that's a top-notch gym. So she's in there with great teachers, great coaches, great sparring partners. So she's able to get a lot of good work in. Now, Angela Hill, completely different. She comes from a Muay Thai background, and you can tell in the way that she fights. Okay, when she gets everything going and she's doing things the way that she wants, she's moving forward, applying pressure. She's got a great jab. She relies on her punches a lot. She doesn't kick as much as I would like. She's really got a punch-heavy style. You know, but that's cool. To each their own, right? She certainly finds a way to make it work. But she comes in, loves to work behind that jab. She's got a great right hand. She'll shoot it when she's leading and be aggressive with it. She'll counter with the right hand straight. She knows how to use it well. When she's coming forward, sometimes she'll mix it up with a big left hook. She shoots it kind of wide a little bit, but she gets it in there. She knows how to land it on people. And it throws them off because of how good she uses that jab. She measures distance with it well. She'll come in behind it aggressively, throw people's timing off in the way that she shoots it. She's really good with that. She's also strong in the clinch. She's going to be the bigger woman in this fight. She's got a little bit of a reach advantage as well, and she definitely seems to be stronger, like physically stronger. So when she gets into the clinch, I expect her to be able to dominate well, particularly coming from her Muay Thai background. She works elbows in the clinch really nice. She works knees in the clinch really nice. She's just versatile there. She knows how to spin off of the cage well, knows how to control her opponent. I've seen her use some pretty slick trips and little takedowns from there and get into the ground and pound. And that ground and pound, man, when she gets down there, she's got some aggressive elbows where she'll just come in there and land powerful shots. She knows how to handle herself in almost all situations. Not really that skilled as a Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist, though. You get her on her back, that's going to be her weakest point. Okay, so the question is at this point, what's it going to look like when these two actually step into the octagon against each other? I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. I think there's a few fights in each one of their backgrounds that this is going to kind of resemble in a lot of ways. So as far as Angela Hill is concerned, I think in a lot of ways this is going to resemble her fight against Loma Lukbani. she was a heavy Muay Thai fighter, from Thailand. She came in and it was her second fight in the UFC. She fought Angela Hill. I also think in some ways it's going to resemble her fight with Claudia Gadelha. Unfortunately for Michelle Waterson, I think this is going to resemble her fight with Joanna Jędrzejczyk in a lot of ways. Okay, I think it's going to primarily be contested on the feet. Neither one of these women are super aggressive to take it to the ground. They're not grappling experts, although they have that tool in their toolbox. So I think primarily it's going to be on the feet. And I think the big thing for Angela Hill, the big reason that she's going to end up winning this fight is because she's going to dictate the pace and she's going to dictate the range at which the fight happens. Okay, the key for Joanna Jędrzejczyk used to control that fight against Michelle Waterson was aggression. She constantly came forward, put Michelle Waterson on her back foot. She does not fight good backing up. I think Angela Hill is going to do the same thing. Hill's going to come forward. She's going to apply constant pressure. She's going to start getting into using a lot of her feints, mixing up her timing, working behind the jab. It's going to keep Waterson on her back foot, and that's going to prevent her from using her front leg as much as she wants to. And if she can't use that front leg as much as she wants to, it's going to start to smother her counters. She's going to get pushed up against the back of the cage. You know, they're fighting in Las Vegas in the smaller cage on top of that, so it doesn't take nearly as much to back them up. And then Angela Hill, she's way better with her hands. So when she gets in, she's going to be able to line the right hand, land some combinations. She gets in too close, they're going to end up getting into the clinch. That's for sure. Now, when they do, Angela Hill is stronger. I think she's physically stronger. She's going to be able to get in there. She'll be able to, get underhooks. She'll be able to get like a Thai plum control, get her behind the neck. She'll be able to work her in there, get some good knees, and either land elbows and break, or work into a takedown and then try to work into mount and land some vicious ground and pound, which she's done in the past. I don't see it going really well for Michelle Waterson, to be honest. She'll get some strikes off here and there, but she's going to end up playing the role of the sniper, landing single shots on the feet. You know, part of me wonders if she's going to try to work takedowns into her game in the way that she did against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. If she's going to try and get in there, get some takedowns and get Angela Hill on her back. I imagine she will. She's shown that in the past. However, I don't know how successful she's going to be with it. You know, not a lot of people have been able to get Angela Hill down. The only one that I can think of in her recent fights was Claudia Gadelha. But man, Claudia Gadelha is a beast. Did you see when they got into the clinch in that fight? Normally, Angela Hill controls people in the clinch. You can tell that she's strong. She does pretty good. Man, she had nothing coming against Gadelha in that fight. They got into that clinch and Gadelha just dominated her, ended up taking her down, getting her in a bad position, got some ground and pound to end the first round. That's not what Michelle Waterson's going to be able to do. Sure, she's got some good technique. She may get an entry and get a takedown here and there. I don't know if she'll be able to keep her down, and I don't think it'll be the story of the fight. She'll be on her feet, landing some shots here and there, but most of the action, the exchanges, I think they're going to go to Angela Hill. You know, Hill's never went 5 rounds before, so her cardio in that regard is a little bit of a question mark. Remains to be seen how that one's going to turn out. Whereas Waterson, we have seen her go 5 rounds. But it's definitely not going to sway my opinion as far as, my final decision. So on this one, we're taking Angela Hill, hoping she gets the victory in her first main event here. Should be awesome. Should be a great fight. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Who do you think is going to come out with this one? How do you think the fight's going to play out?